This is David Hood with TigerNet. I'm here with two-thirds of the Brain Trust, even though I know you do the quarterbacks, but you help out with Deshaun, Tony Elliott, Brandon Streeter. You're both Clemson guys. How exciting is it to be at a national championship with Clemson?
Oh, it's unbelievable. You know, we all, I can speak for him just like I speak for myself and for Jeff. We all dreamed of this moment. It still really hadn't sunk in, but it's good to see, you know, Clemson being recognized in this fashion and to see Coach Sweeney up on the screen. You know, he started 7 years ago with a vision to have us as one of the top programs in the country, and we're here. We haven't arrived yet. We still have another hurdle. Obviously, in this game, it's a program game, but just to be here with this program for our fans, for our community, for our university, it's unbelievable.
Brandon, I watched you walking across the tarmac yesterday, and I thought, that's a guy that's having fun. Now, you're trying to keep control of 3 or 4 kids there, but how much fun is it?
Oh, it's been a blast. You know, Tony and I were just talking about trying to soak it all in and enjoy the moment. And I know Coach Sweeney talks about that all the time because you get caught up in all the distractions and you get caught up with all the hard work that you put in, but you got to enjoy it. And it's been a lot of fun. Never been to Arizona before, so it's pretty neat. And I know my family's having a blast too.
Did you have any idea when Coach Sweeney contacted you last December? I mean, did it even enter into your brain, we got a shot to go play for a title?
You know, just listening to the program before I got here and knowing what was in the works, I knew it was a matter of time. I didn't know how soon it was going to happen, but you always dream of this moment, and it is amazing. You blink and you think about this past year, how fast it went, but how amazing it's been, and it's just neat to see Coach Sweeney, like Tony said, a dream of his, and he deserves every minute of it.
Tony, playing here, you went through some tough times here. Can you point to any one moment where you say this is when the program turned the corner?
You know, I think it happened my senior year. You know, we lost up at Wake Forest, badly up at Wake Forest, and we had Florida State coming in. I think they were number 3 in the country, and Coach Bowden stood up in the locker room and said, we'll beat Florida State right after losing to Wake Forest. But it came true, and then not only did we beat Florida State, we went on a run, we finished out that year, and then they started with the facility upgrades. And so I think that's really when it turned the corner, is when we finished that season. Coach Bowden got the contract extension. It put everything in place to start getting the resources really pumped into the program, and then ultimately led to Coach Sweeney, being given an opportunity to take over after Coach Bowden.
Coach Bowden, I think his first year was your senior year. Could you have ever foreseen something like this coming out of all that?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's been an unbelievable 15 years just watching the program. From my senior year, and then just seeing the different transitions and. I'll tell you, I was thinking about it the other day. I think for me as a guy away from the scene, at a different program and trying to get over the hump for Clemson, I thought when we beat LSU a couple years ago, I think that catapulted us up to that confidence level that we needed to just get in our kids' minds that, we can truly beat anybody, and there's always that monkey on our back of, just beating that big team consistently, and we've been able to do that under Coach Sweeney. Been able to beat some unbelievable teams, and now that confidence level is as high as it can be.
Let's talk X's and O's really quick. One SEC analyst said yesterday, Clemson has to have a Vince Young type performance from Deshaun to be able to win. Do you think they discount the rest of the guys on the roster?
I think so to a certain extent, and it's happened all year, but we're fine with that. We don't worry about what's being said outside. We're confident in our ability. We just know we got to go out and play a physical football game and play for 60 minutes and don't worry about the score and just scrap and fight and make the competitive plays, attack them just like they're going to attack us and let the best team win. So I think our guys are going in with a lot of confidence. They're not listening to the outside world. I think that obviously – I'm not going to say there's an agenda, but we still got to earn it. They deserve the right for them to get the nod in this situation. Until we beat them, until we continue to play at a high level, then we're always going to be the underdog.
I have to ask you about your pregame routine. You come out, you've got the headphones on, you go sit on the bench. I noticed it last year prior to the Russell Athletic Bowl. What are you listening to, and what's going on in that brain?
Typically what I do is For any of the away games, I don't have time at home, but for the away games, I like to get out, have my gospel music on. I walk around the field, and I pray. I pray for all 5 of my running backs. I pray for both teams. I pray for coverage over the field. I pray for a competitive game, for us to honor, the man above with our play. And then when I sit down on the bench, I usually have my gospel music going and just trying to quiet my mind. Don't allow myself to get caught up in anything that's going on in the stadium, to get distracted, but just try and quiet my mind. And then I also have my call sheet in my back pocket, and so I'm quizzing myself. What do I want to call in these situations? And then I'll look down, and sometimes I have to get it out, sometimes I don't.
Coach Swinney said print 15 tickets, but have you mentioned to anybody that you're 15-0 as a co-offensive coordinator?
I really haven't, and I let Coach Swinney worry about the numbers and come up with the ways to motivate our guys and just bring everything into perspective. I'm just focusing on, hey, this is the biggest game of the year because it's the one that we're playing. We're playing against a very, very good opponent, and we're going to have to have every unit ready to play, and we have to have a sound plan to give them a chance.
Final question will be for you. You're the guy that's in 4-0 all the time. How do you think he is heading into this ball game?
I think he's in a great spot. He's the same guy every week, and he's got so much poise about him that he understands that he's not going to be able to do it all, and he just is going to do his job. And if he can continue to do that, which he will on Monday night, I think we'll be in a good spot. But his demeanor hasn't changed. He understands the game plan inside and out like he does every week, and he's got confidence in his abilities, and so I think he's in a great spot.
Appreciate it, coaches. Thank you.